This is another segment of Rick Davis's Talking Gold. We're going to show you some things about gold that you probably never knew before. Maybe you'd like to, or maybe you wouldn't like to, but stay tuned for some fun and games, and hopefully we'll show you some things you didn't know.
For up-to-the-minute prices on gold, silver, or platinum, visit Rick's website at www.rickdavisgoldanddiamonds.com. While there, look for Rick's specials to take advantage of. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, your friend in the jewelry business. How does Rick Davis see hundreds of people every day and nobody waits over 15 minutes? It's simply the system. Check in with the Golden Girls first. They divide your jewelry into plastic bins. Next, wait for your number to be called. This may be my favorite part because it is never a long wait and it gives me the opportunity to look around the showroom. Then, when my number is called, I get to see Rick or Jason. Both of them are great. They give me a value on my items and I decide if I want to sell it or not. Of course, I always do because Rick pays the best. Last, I sign out with Miss Norma. She's really a gem, and I'm on my way. I always have a great time with Rick and his friendly staff. I wouldn't go anywhere else.
We'd like to remind you to stop by the store at 5301 Brainerd Road. Come in and chat with us. We're always there to answer your questions. And remember, Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, your friend in the jewelry business.
You always stand fair with me, so I'll know you will. I would have fixed up cute and put
How about if I fix everything for $40? That's me giving you the diamond.
That is you giving me the diamond. Bless your heart.
That's strictly all you're paying is my guy's labor. ASAP, that means as soon as he can get to it,
Yes.
and he'll call you when ready.
Now you know you blessed me today, right?
Yes, ma'am, I try
You
to.
always do when I come in here.
Well, in a roundabout way, you bless me too,
Well,
so
praise the
everything's
Lord.
all right. Thank you very much.
darling.
Keep up the good work and sign out with Miss No, you don't have to sign out. You're getting a repair. That's right.
Thank you.
I'm so used to saying that. I have to even run a preacher by her through every now and then. We do some things for a couple of different churches that we do some things that, and the pastors come in and talk to me about it. That they're doing fundraisers to raise money for a new wing or a new renovation or a new sign out front or whatever. And they usually ask for the congregation to bring in any old unwanted gold that they're not using. Deward, I need you to handle this for this pastor here. She'll get you blessed with a big man upstairs if you do a good job on it. But anyway, they'll call to the congregation for all their old unwanted gold or any old stuff that's laying around in the back. Well, then they bring it into the church and they put it in the offering plate, and then the pastor brings it in here. And I've had some of them build as much as $13,000 to $15,000 quick money for the church. Just it mounts up so rapidly. You know, somebody's got a little old band they don't use. They hadn't even thought about bringing it to sell it, but one guy called it Gold for God. And done it, and this was down in Dalton, but it worked out great, and it gets them, you know, they give me their tax number for the church. I don't have to charge anything, and I pay in cash, and they put that fund right back in, so sometimes it's better than an offering, and it helps a lot with building funds and kids and, you know, families in need and stuff. So keep that in mind, and, you know, I'll help you any way I can.
Thank you, guys.
All right. You're not on TV, they're just filming me.
How you doing today?
It's a lot more fun to talk to you than it is to a blank wall and try to act like I'm talking to somebody. I'm good. You've had a better day than you thought you did.
Really?
What do you think you got there?
I don't know.
Take a wild guess at it.
I don't know, 2 maybe.
Try 261.44. I knew you'd be. I knew you'd be surprised. One, two. I can just give you 2 though if you want me to keep that extra $61. That wouldn't be fair, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
$260, sweetheart. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Sign out with Miss Norma over there for me. That keeps us legal on our police reports.
Okay.
How are you?
Pretty good. I was wanting to know what that was worth. My grandma passed away and left it to me. There was 4 of them made.
She had 4 of these made?
Yeah, the elder women in the family all had matching ones.
You know that it's a European cut diamond.
That's what he just said. I don't know.
You understand European cut? Old mine cut, European cut. It's where it's been cut by hand back when they cut diamonds with a lathe and actually turned them.
Oh, really?
Today, the round brilliant cuts are done with lasers and cut. So the points on the bottom, on the culet, the very point of the diamond, comes out perfect. In the old days, they cut them by hand and they couldn't get them perfect, so they got them as close to perfection as they could. Then they had some discrepancies in the point, so they cut the point off and it opened up and it made it look like a fisheye, which is nothing more than a diamond with looks like a little hole right in the middle of it. But that's where they cut the bottom point off of it. Lets a little bit of the light leak out so it don't bounce around inside and come back out the top and come out in the way of a fiery bright diamond. But with that being said, it's still a beautiful ring. Did you have any appraisal work on it?
No. I was waiting to come to you. I got lucky you were here today. Because I may or may not want to sell it, but I just,
It's a carat total weight.
because I was told it wasn't.
It
That's
is.
why I came to you.
It is. It's a half carat center, 4 10-pointers, and then 4 2.5. So it's exactly 1 carat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my mom has one just like it.
It's worth $400, and a retail tag on it would be $1,600 in a store. 16 to 18. Not, it would be 18 if it was round brilliant cut stones. Okay, being the perfection diamond and all the fire bouncing right. European cut, old mine cut stones, they penalize you a little bit for not being that, but there's nothing you can do to change it. Okay. 400 is what I'd pay for it. If I blow it off to a dealer, here's what I get: 412.
I think I'll keep it.
You could expect as much as $500 from it, from me or any other dealers, if we sit and talk about it. And you know, it's just a unique piece. There's not a lot of. It's not a really old mounting. She's had this mounted in the last 20 years, probably, in that type mounting. If the mounting dated back into the 20s or 30s, then you could add another $200 and probably get up to around $650 out of it. But the way it sets, half carat, European cut stone, you know, $425 to $500 is max on you. Okay?
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Let me know if I can help you with it. Yes, ma'am.
I need some prices.
I figured
You're
Mr.
busy.
Cooley's probably,
That'll be just a moment.
Cornette is probably getting his Valentines.
18 carat on that one.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna spend too much on this one. I mean, you know,
Oh, that might not be the one you want to look at, but though that's,
that's what I told her, that's perfect.
$700 on that one.
And those
We got $640 in it.
It is 10 carat. We'll get into them cheaper ones. All right.
cheap. We're good, but we're not cheap.
That one's 300,
300.
and this one is 80, do it at 4.
I better stick with Cuban.
Well,
Now here's one I bought this morning. It hadn't been cleaned up yet. There's $200 in diamonds. It hadn't been cleaned up yet. It needs to be buffed, polished, and all that. It'll clean up nice.
Will that make a size 5?
Yeah.
4 to 7, 8?
Yeah,
175?
200. I got 168 in it, bro.
I'll take it.
You know, but I mean that just gives you diamonds and the look. That ring's $600 in the store.
Yeah.
Here you go, Deb. He'll pay you and,
I know you're treating me right.
get Deward to buff it and clean it and make it real pretty.
What about these, you remember them earrings I was talking about? I bought them cute from you, and you gave me some backs for to try, and they wouldn't work, so I need the screw backs on them.
All right, just give them to her, and the screw backs are
screw,
$60, $55. Yeah, I know exactly what you want.
Okay.
But she'll have to order them. He'll have to order them and get them on, and we won't charge you anything for putting them on. Just $60.
Okay. Give them to her?
Yeah, she'll handle everything. You can pay her for that and the ring too. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, so what you're gonna get some stuff sold back. Or if it's gold or silver or not, you can tell.
Anything I put back here will be stuff that I can't use.
Thank you.
Where you from?
Here, Chattanooga.
Chattanooga? What part?
Hickson.
Hickson? I'm an old Hickson boy. Or Red Bank, but
Red Bank and Hickson.
about the same. I'm back in the Stone Age when we used to call it Red Bank White Oak.
That was, yeah.
You remember
I
that?
went to church in Red Bank, yeah.
Go Phil.
Okay.
This is going to be counterfeit, I think.
Okay.
This is base metal that has been plated gold.
Okay.
Same thing. Same thing. They are getting these chains and they actually take them and they get a 14 karat stamp and they stamp them 14 karat. And then they come out to the filling stations. You'll find a lot of them around service stations. And they'll be, if you want to buy a $400 chain, it's $20. I need some gas money. And they're fake. They're not worth $1.
I'm not sure where these even came from. They're so old.
Well, I mean, that's true with this one now. This one is going to be gold, I think. Yep, that one's stamped, but it's good stamped, so it's not bad. That's silver, gold over copper, silver over base metal, and these are both sterling. Sterling is not a lot of money, but it mounts up really quick. There's $8.40. But if you don't wear it, every little bit counts.
Do you buy diamonds?
I do. Little or big, don't matter. We buy all of them. You walk with $260 right there. Pretty little stone.
Yes, it is very nice.
Keyword being little.
It is small.
Yeah, it's not a lot of money. It's not. They're worth $160. 160 times 4, which is mom and pop jewelry stores, family owned stores. That's what they'd have them in the counter. mall stores, big boys, what we call it, the super markup stores, 6 times material cost. That's what the malls would have it.
Yeah, this thing is
Was? Yeah, well, probably $8.99 to $9.99. That's every penny it's worth, doesn't matter what, you know. I mean, if you want to sell it, that's what I'll pay. If you want to keep it and try to sell it to somebody for $200 or $300, you know, I don't blame you.
So I could possibly sell it like maybe online or something, you think?
You know, yellow gold doesn't sell well online. Yellow gold doesn't sell well, period, anywhere right now. Everybody, 90% of everybody walks
yellow
through.
gold, even though this part's almost swap.
It's the basic material in it is yellow with some antique blacking in it.
Okay, all right. Let me see what I can do.
But you can
online,
walk
I
in
can
here and get
always come
$160 to $180 for it anytime you want to darken my door. So if you try for $300 or $400 online, it works for you, great. If it don't work and you want to grab $160 to $200, just run back in anytime. Okay? Norma, what was my last ticket I sent over to you? Well, I got another $260. I thought I'd wrote it down and didn't remember it. That's weird. I'd have 2 the same number in a row. Deja vu. Oh, God, you're just bringing a lot of that stuff to me this morning. Come on, girl. Keep up the good work. I love that stuff. I just can't keep none of it.
Hey, thank you so much. You had a great
Thank
day.
you very much. Come back and sign out with Miss Norma over there for me. I'll be here till probably 7, 8 o'clock tonight.
You a little overtime?
Yeah, a little bit. I have to make up for my time off. I understand. Thank you, Wendell. How you doing, guys?
Good, Harry.
I'm good for an old guy. At least that's my story.
Sticking to it?
I just thought I recognized you. You know who you look like?
I ain't got a clue.
Terry Linville. Do you know Terry? Man, you could be his twin. I looked at you the second I looked, and the first time oh my God, I was fixing to say, where you been, man? Old friend of mine. I hadn't seen him in 12 years. Where y'all from?
Chattanooga right now.
Are you?
Yeah, family roots are in the Dalton, Chatsworth area. I was born and raised in Miami, spent time in the military.
Oh, so you're all over.
Yeah,
My stepfather was military, and I think he drugged my mother all over Germany and Europe. And
I brought her back from Germany. She was my souvenir.
is that right? You was born in Germany? Oh. My first wife was German. She was from Heidelberg.
She wasn't stubborn, was she?
Yeah, no, she was. Yeah. And my current wife is from Ukraine. Now there's where they threw away the mold. I have to be a good boy all the time. You got to eat right. You got to do this. You can't do that. You blah, 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 blah.
At least she cares, man.
That's exactly right. You know, I've been through so many that didn't care, and all they wanted to know was how big the checkbook was or what her next, you know. A lot to be said for European women.
My wife's been from the outhouse to the penthouse to the outhouse, and we're trying
And
to
still smiling.
still smiling, still here. Biggest blessing in life.
Is this 18 karat? Was this sold to you as 18 karat? He got it in the question mark. I think that's
I
what
don't
it is.
remember. I bought it in Germany long time ago. I don't remember.
She bought it for her birthday, and it was pretty pricey back in the day.
Well, it's marked 8 karat. It's got a 333 on it. So
Like I said, I don't remember. I mean, it's been so many years ago.
this is 14. I know what that is. Was this along the same lines? Was this bought at the same time?
No, this is actually, I got that in Spain on vacation.
Well, let's figure it at 14 karat then. It's not any higher than 14, but that'll give you a little benefit of the doubt. All right, let's see what you got here. See if this is your lucky day.
I weighed it. It was about 7 ounces. I don't know.
You even remind me of this guy a little bit.
For your commercials.
Which one did you hear?
Oh man, you're all over the place.
We got 4 shows running a day now, and then we've got, I think even with cutting down our medias a little bit for the economy and getting kind of a little tighter.
I saw most
Probably
recently
at
that
night.
stuck was the one that said, you know, we're not the.
We know we're not the only one, but we are the number
Yeah.
one, yeah. I know we're not the only one buying gold in this area, but we are the number 1 buyer of gold in this area. We want to be your friend in the jewelry business. We want your business. Thank you, and God bless. Yeah, that was actually his creation there. It was
When we're both
They brought us in.
I'm going to Casey's,
pretty
get a
familiar
second.
with marketing. She's worked for Belt for years, and I run errands and errands.
$600. There's what we get, and there's what I'll pay you. I kind of thought you may not look like it, but that's being really good to you, so.
Just because you thought I looked like Terry.
Who? Terry? Did I tell you his name?
Well, you said I get an extra $100 because I look like him.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Terry Linville's his name, and I won't tell you the story and bore you with it, but he's a pretty good guy. $600, you got to be all right. You got your German pretty lady over there smiling and just hanging right in there. Oh, that's why you're smiling. That's the $600 smile. I understand.
That's the vacation, dude. Man, I appreciate
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming. I'll try to keep them commercials rolling. If that's what it takes to get good people in. Sign out with Norm over there for me. That's all you got left to do. Thank you very much. We're going to take a short break, but we'd like to invite you to stop by the store at 5301 Brainerd Road, where we have an incredibly friendly staff, a very educated staff, and we're there to serve you and answer your questions. So please stop by and get to know us a little bit better, because we are your friend in the jewelry business.
Now you can watch Rick Davis Talking Gold anytime on Rick's YouTube channel. Just type in www.youtube.com/user/Rick Davis Buys Gold. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, your friend in the jewelry business.
I'm Rick Davis, and I'd like to buy your gold, silver, diamonds, and coins. We sit around, we talk to the people, we explain what we're doing, we explain what they have, and we show them how we're paying them for it, and then we pay you, yes, in cash. If you prefer a check, we'll pay in check. We buy all day, every day, gold, silver, diamonds, coins. We've been here 36 years, we pay you better, there's no game, there's no gimmick. I'm Rick Davis, and I want to pay you cash for your gold. The following segment is Judy O'Neill's Night Talk, live, pre-recorded, where we answer and take calls from call-ins, emails, letters, questions that you may have, and we try to answer it live on the air. So stay tuned, and maybe you'll pick up some tidbits of information that will become helpful to you in the following seasons.
Paul, are you there with your question for Rick?
Good evening, Judy.
Hello.
Ricky.
Hello.
How you doing?
I've heard you guys talk about everything but Mexican silver. They say it's a very low grade of silver.
Yes, sir.
Comes out of Mexico, and I'll hang up. Let's answer.
Most of your Mexican silver is, there's some fine Mexican silver. There's some 90% out there. There's some coins that's in Mexico that's good silver. Some of your pieces of jewelry, where they got a bad rap, and we have to be careful with any silver that we buy. Mexican silver can be marked sterling, and it might only be 60, 70%. There's some things called alpaca silver, which is just a very low-grade silver plate, but it'll have a pretty little stamp somewhere on it, and it'll say 925. You just have to be very careful. That's why we do the test. If we have any doubt about anything, then we try to test it and show you and make sure it's what it's supposed to be. We won't sell you anything out of our store that's not guaranteed to be what we represent it to be. It will be full carat. We don't sell any under alloyed stuff. We'll melt that stuff down. But anyway, where they got their bad rep was just, you know, a lot of the stuff was low grade silver and marked sterling. And as long as you test it, as long as you know what you're dealing with, you know, you're not gonna get hurt on it. Turkey is a country that any of the gold that comes out of Turkey, we have to be very careful with, because the Turkish government does not control in any way like our government controls. If we mark something 14 karat, it better be at least 13.5 karat, or we better not mark it. Federal offense. 10 karat has to be at least 9.5 karat, or you better not mark it 10 karat. The Turkish government, I don't think, has any guidelines on that. So your craftsmen in Turkey, they make these Turkish wedding bands and all these stones with 20, 30 stones in it, and they'll mark it 18 karat. It might be 7, 8, 9 karat. They'll mark it 14 karat. It might be 3 or 4 karat. So you just have to be very careful. You can tell if it's Turkish gold and it's almost orange and oxidized, you can tell what it is. So you just got to be careful. Be careful always with silver or gold. If you don't know what you're dealing with, bring it and let us look at it. We'll check it. If we have any doubt, we'll show you exactly what it is, and you don't have to take that chance.
Stop in and see Rick and his friendly, experienced staff at 5301 Brainerd Road in Chattanooga. Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds, Chattanooga's premier jewelry store.
I'm Rick Davis, and I'd like to thank you for watching the show. Hope you got some knowledge out of it. Hope you learned some things and picked up some footnotes along the way that you didn't fully understand. If we can answer any questions, remember we're located at 5301 Brainerd Road. We're your friend in the jewelry business. Thank you, and God bless.